The Whispering Pines. In the quiet town of Elmswood, surrounded by dense forests, the legend of Slender Man was a well-known but often dismissed tale. Children told the story at sleepovers, and teenagers dared each other to venture into the woods at night. Despite the rumors, no one truly believed in the faceless entity that was said to stalk the Whispering Pines. One autumn evening, a group of friends, Ethan, Sarah, Lucas, and Emma, decided to test their courage and explore the woods. Armed with flashlights and a sense of adventure, they made their way to the forest's edge. The trees loomed overhead, their branches casting eerie shadows in the fading light. As they ventured deeper, the air grew colder, and an unsettling silence fell upon the group. The only sound was the crunching of leaves underfoot. They joked and laughed to keep their spirits up, but the darkness seemed to close in around them. "Do you guys really think he's out here?" Emma asked, her voice trembling slightly. "Nah, it's just a story to scare kids," Ethan replied confidently. "We'll be fine." Lucas, the self-appointed leader, pointed ahead. "Let's head to the old cabin. If anything weird is going to happen, it'll be there." The cabin, rumored to be where Slender Man lured his victims, was deep within Whispering Pines. As they approached, the trees seemed to whisper, their leaves rustling with an almost sentient energy. The cabin appeared, its structure decrepit and forgotten, half hidden by the encroaching forest. "Let's go inside," Lucas said, pushing the door open with a creak. The interior was dark, the air thick with dust and the smell of decay. Their flashlights revealed old furniture, broken and rotting, and walls covered in strange symbols. Sarah shivered, her unease growing. "Look at this," Emma said, pointing to a corner where several drawings lay scattered. They depicted a tall, faceless figure in a black suit, standing among the trees, always watching. "This is getting creepy," Sarah muttered. Suddenly, Ethan's flashlight flickered and went out. "Damn, my battery's dead." At that moment, they heard a soft rustling outside. The hair on the back of Sarah's neck stood up. "Did you hear that?" "Probably just the wind," Lucas said, though his voice lacked conviction. They gathered closer together, the cabin's oppressive atmosphere closing in. The rustling grew louder, more deliberate. Then, through the window, they saw it, a tall, shadowy figure standing motionless among the trees. "Is that?" Emma's voice trailed off in fear. Lucas stepped back, his bravado fading. "We need to leave. Now." They rushed out of the cabin, their flashlights swinging wildly, casting erratic beams of light. The figure was gone, but the sense of being watched remained. The forest seemed to come alive, branches reaching out like claws. As they ran, the trees whispered louder, their voices merging into a cacophony of hissing. Ethan stumbled and fell, his flashlight breaking. "Help me," he cried, but the others were already too far ahead. Panting, they stopped to catch their breath, realizing Ethan was missing. "We have to go back for him," Sarah said, tears in her eyes. Lucas nodded, though fear was etched on his face. They retraced their steps, calling Ethan's name. The forest responded with silence, then a distant scream. They found Ethan standing still, his eyes wide with terror, staring at something they couldn't see. As they approached, the air grew colder. A sense of dread washed over them, and they saw it, the slender figure, standing right behind Ethan, its faceless head tilted in curiosity. "Run!" Lucas shouted, but it was too late. The slender man's long, skeletal arms wrapped around Ethan, pulling him into the darkness. His screams were cut off abruptly, leaving only the whispering of the pines. The remaining three ran blindly through the forest, hearts pounding, fear driving them forward. They burst out of the trees and into the town, collapsing on the ground, gasping for breath. No one believed their story. The police searched the woods but found no trace of Ethan or the mysterious figure. The cabin was empty, the symbols gone. The townsfolk whispered about the missing boy, but life went on. For Sarah, Lucas, and Emma, the forest was no longer a place of adventure. It was a place of nightmares, where the shadows held secrets and the trees whispered of unspeakable horrors. They knew the truth. Slender Man was real, and he was always watching, waiting for his next victim. And in the quiet of the night, when the wind rustled through the trees, they could still hear the whispers, calling them back to the Whispering Pines.